So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm up with the next question of top 150 interview questions of LeetCode. So let's get started with today's question. Today's question is gas station. So let's go through the question and then discuss the intuition and the approach behind this question. So there are n gas stations along a circular route where the amount of gas at the ith station is gas of I. So we are given an array of gas where the amount of gas at zeroth index is 1 and respectively 2, 3, 4, 5 at 1, 2, 3, 4 indices respect. So you have a car with an unlimited gas tank. So it means that the tank of the size of the gas tank in a car is unlimited, and it cost of I of gas to travel from ith station to its next I plus 1 station. So it means to move between two stations there is some cost involved. So you begin the journey with an empty tank at one of the gas stations. So it means that initially you are given an empty tank, and we have to fill it and then move further. And we are given two integer arrays, gas and cost, and we have to return the starting gas station index if you can travel around the circuit in the clockwise direction. Otherwise, return -1 if there exists a solution. It is guaranteed to be unique. So it means that we have to actually find the index. So it means that we are given some n gas n stations, and they have some x amount of gas, and in order to travel to that station we need some y amount of gas, right? Fair enough. So so we can start our journey from any of the station, like even from zeroth index or 1th index or 2th index or n minus 1th index, right? And we have to move in clockwise direction in such a way that we cover all the stations around the path, and we have to find that very point from where we actually start our journey. So let's discuss the intuition and the approach for the same. So let's go through some of the test cases. Like, let's say I have one more test case, gas. I have a gas of integer 234, and I have a cost array as 343, and initially we are having an empty tank. So do you really think that we can ever cross and reach the second station in this case? The answer is a no, because suppose I start from the zeroth index and I fill in 2 units of gas in my empty tank, and in order to reach the next station, that is the 1th, which is in the clockwise direction to the station zeroth. So we will actually require 4 units of gas to be subtracted. So it means we are left with no amount of gas in order to reach. So we'll not start our journey from zeroth index. So let's hope that we try starting our journey from 1th index. So initially we have 3 units of gas at this point, but in order to reach this station we will actually consume 3 units and we will reach the second station. Although we will add 4 units of gas in this point. mm, Fair enough. So we have got one solution, like we can possibly start from 1th index. I think that's fine. And in order to move to the next station we have consumed all the 3 units, and we have moved to the next one. So here we have 4 units of gas. So we'll be adding 4 units of gas to our tank, and then we'll move to the third station. The station which is clockwise to it, that is zeroth station. So afterwards we'll move to zeroth station. And in order to move back to the zeroth station, we will be actually left with only 1 unit of gas in the tank. And when we reach the station 2, we will actually add 2 units of gas to our tank and we'll be having, in short, 3 units of gas. But in order to complete this circuit, we actually require 4 units of gas to reach the station 1. So what is the minimum amount of gas to reach the station 1? It's 4 units. So in this case, we will never be able to complete the circuit in this from 1st position. So let's assume that we start from the 2nd position. So are we able to complete the same? So I think maybe in this case we can try. So initially we have 4 units of gas. In order to traverse back, we will need 3 units, and then again we are left with 1 unit of gas. And then I have came back to 0th index, and now I will add 1 plus 2, that is I have 3 units of gas. But still, in order to complete this circuit, in order to reach at 1th index, sorry, in order to move to the next point in the clockwise direction, that is the 1th index, I still don't have sufficient amount of gas in my tank. So again the loop is not possible. So in this case we don't have any answer. So what I what I'm trying to say over here is that rather than like trying out all the option, have you observed one thing? Like there is a pattern that whenever my so let's calculate the sum of this whole array. It turns out to be 9 and it turns out to be 10. So so what do we have? In short, we have 9 units of gas and we are required to travel using 10, and the cost of traveling is 10 units. So is it, so do we have fair quantity of gas in order to complete this whole circuit? No, the answer is no. So the first base case that I've got after reading this, after getting up to this test case, is that whenever my sum of gas is greater than is less than my sum of cost, so I'll simply return false. So it means I'm not, so in this case I'll never be able to complete my path. So in this case I'll never be able to complete the circuit. So now let's discuss the another approach. So as already mentioned in the question, we have to find a starting point. So as I was doing in the previous case, so what I will do, I will take one point, I will simply iterate over the other possibilities that I have, and whenever I get my get my gas which is less than my cost, so I will simply not move forward and I will assume that the point where I'm standing right now is not my starting index. And in this way the solution, so the brute force which I was discussing right now, it turns out to be O of n square, because we have to iterate over each and every possibility that is clockwise. So so it's not a better solution, and the space complexity turns out to be of 1, because we are actually not really concerned to store this solution anywhere. So fair enough. So rather than doing all of this stuff, so what I can simply assume is that, like, hey, why not try out the difference between the cost and the gas that we have? S- So, so let's try to compute something like, so let me jot down a matrix. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. This is my gas, this is my cost, and this would be my difference. So rather than just blindly going through all the test cases, why not compute the difference between the cost of the gas and between the, so why not compute this difference? So why not compute this difference? Like rather than just going through each and every solution and finding out a good amount of path and just doing that of n square work. So why not we compute this solution? Because what we are actually trying to do, we are actually trying to find out the possible station where from where we can actually move forward, right? So we have to find out one possible case from where we can start a journey. So we have to find out one possible point. Because we don't have any specific algorithm for this, so we can actually try out the greedy approach for the same. So let's discuss the same. So what I thought is, I thought of taking this difference, because what will happen is that, see, if I have to move to some other station, I must have a sufficient amount of gas with me in my tank so that I can move to the next station. And if I don't have, if my this difference turns out to be a negative one, so I cannot move further. I cannot move further. The case in this, in which we had this, in this scenario, the earlier where we have discussed the brute force. So what was happening is that we are actually not able to find out a point from where we can actually start a journey, right? So although we do get a difference of positive 1 over here, but still we are not able to proceed further, because whenever we have a negative gas, what does it actually signify? Because it signifies that we don't have any gas in a gas tank, and we cannot move further. We need some gas to be inserted, so that, because in order to move to the next station, there is some cost involved in it. So it means that it's a heavy greedy problem, and we need to solve it using some greedy approach. So now let's compute the differences of gas of I and cost of I. It turns out to be minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, plus of 3, and plus of 3. So do you think that 0, 1, 2 could be the possible points from where we can start our journey? The answer to it is a big no, because this difference, this gas of I minus cost of I, it turns out to be negative, and the negative difference actually indicates that we don't have any gas in our tank. Like it means that our gas tank is empty. This is my gas tank and it is empty. So we can't really start a journey from these points, from these 3 points. So what is the possibility that we have for starting a journey? We can start a journey from here. Fair enough. And we'll move further, and then, so these 3 points are really crossed out. So what is the possible answer that we have? We have this as the possible answer as of now. And we'll, and we can have this answer as well. So both of these are the possible answers that we have. But we need to find the one which is unique. So let's assume that we take this as our answer. So what I'm trying to say is that in order to move further, we need to spot a point where actually there exists a positive difference of gas of I minus cost of I. Because if there exists a positive difference, then only we can assure that we will move to the next point. We can move further in the route. We can move further in the route in the clockwise direction, and we can complete the circuit. So the time complexity involved in this approach also turns out to be big O of n, and the space complexity involved turns out to be big O of n, because we are storing these differences in some array. So interviewer will be happy with this approach, but still we need to optimize it a little further. So what we can do in order to optimize the space for it, we can simply take a variable we can simply store the total amount of gas in some variable total gas, and we'll keep on adding the difference to this. And whenever my total turns out to be negative, I'll simply, so whenever my total gas turns out to be negative, I'll simply set this to 0, and I will move further towards the next possibility. So I'll further move towards my I plus 1th index. Because see, in this case what's happening is, see, I have already discussed a base case that whenever my amount of gas, like the sum of gas that we have in the gas array, is less than my sum of cost. So it means that we cannot ever reach this path. So it means we cannot basically move further in the array. We cannot find a point from where we can start a journey. And in this case, what happens is I will always get an answer and I'll simply return my answer. And the time complexity involved over here is big O of n, because we'll be traversing the whole array, and the space complexity involves big O of 1 because we are only using one variable total gas. So one more point, there might be there might be a question in the minds of the viewers that why we are, like, suppose I got this point number 3 as my starting point, and why we are not traversing further in this array, like from 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, like this, why we are not traversing. So so the basic answer to it is because, see, while computing differences, as I've already told, that whenever I'll be getting a negative difference, it means that we can't have a starting point from those really from those really places, right? Because at that point we still know that my gas tank is, as usual, it's empty, so I can't really start the journey. So whenever I'll be getting a positive difference, it means I have a possible point of start over here. So it means if I get a possible point of start at this point of time, I can simply move further in my array, so there is no problem in it. So it means I can get a complete circuit. Otherwise I won't be able to get a complete circuit. So that's why I didn't find any need to move backward in the array, loop back, and then find out all that stuff what we were doing in the O of n square solution. So now let's go and discuss. No, just jump to the code and let's discuss the algorithm for the same. So yeah, so initially what I did is I've computed the sum of gas and the sum of cost, and if my sum of cost turns out to be greater than my sum of gas, I'll simply return -1, because it means that we don't have the required units of gas to traverse the whole circuit, because the total cost involved to move over the circuit is greater than the units of gas that we have, so there won't be any answer. So what I did is I simply took a variable total gas, where I'll simply store this difference gas of I minus cost of I, and whenever my total turns out to be less than 0, I'll simply set it to 0, because we cannot have any negative gas in the tank, right? And I will be iterating over the possibility of my next answer. So I'll jump to the I plus 1th index. So now let's run the code, and it's working fine. So now let's submit the code. So it works fine. So I think the question is clear, and guys, if you have understood this question, please do like my videos, and if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. It will help me a lot, and please do share it with your friends. It's a humble request. And if you want to connect with me uh, on other platforms where you want to have a discussion with me on topics other than DSA, I have mentioned them in the description below. So thank you guys, keep watching my videos, and help me to motivate for the same. So thanks guys.